Hope you guys are here today to join me to talk about what's going on in the world today. Um, Let me tell you something. The Lord works in my life today. And when I say that God moved me in the world today, He didn't just move in my life, He brought me out of something and put me in something else. And if you don't think that God can change your life in a blink of an eye, I'm here to tell you, you are not praying enough and you don't have enough faith, because I'm here to tell you guys today something happened to me that I never thought would ever happen to me ever again. Ever never thought it would ever happen. Let's just put it that way. I really haven't talked to anybody about this because we've been through the ringer with my father. I look like I do right now. I look like I'm about ready to pass out because I hadn't slept for 3 days. When I went to bed Friday morning and slept until, I think I went to bed at 8 o'clock Friday morning, slept until 1 p.m. and got woke up. And my dad was not acting like himself. He was very, very, very acting very odd, just not acting like himself. And we've had some issues in the past, and some of you know what went on in my family. And it's very private, and I don't talk about it. But some people do know, people that I trusted with the information. And so, my mom and I was really, really concerned because we've been very diligent, and he's been very diligent about working on taking better care of yourself. Hey, Zara. Zara, you want to stick around for this one, honey? No, you need to stick around. You need to stick around, girl. Listen. Do not leave this chat. You need to stick around because Mama's going to throw down some facts today. I'm going to throw some facts down on you today, baby. Today. Okay. And I'll try to get through it as quick as I can. So Daddy woke me up to pay the lawnmower guy. And I was like, why'd you wake me up? Because he knew where the check was. And he was wheezing pretty bad. And we just got back from Gunnersville, not but a week ago, wasn't it? A little over a week and a half maybe ago. And he fell into the water in Gunnersville. And the water would come up to your thigh. He's taller than I am. He's about 5'9", 5'10" maybe. And I'm 5'1". So it would have come up to my hips. It would have probably come up to his thighs. And he got knocked into the water down at the lake. And so Mama was worried that he was getting pneumonia. But he wasn't acting right yesterday. And so I just come back in here and laid back down after I paid the lawnmower guy. And he was wheezing pretty bad. And I laid back down. I said, Daddy, put your oxygen on. And, I laid back down. Well, I turned my ringer on my phone, turned it on. And let me tell you, when God, when something tells you to do something, you guys got to pay attention, because it's like God giving you messages. And I'm telling you, people say God don't exist. When you get that little niggle in the back of your head, that is your Holy Spirit. Whether you accepted Christ, people call it intuition. That is your Holy Spirit, guys. You get your Holy Spirit when you've accepted Christ. But I believe we all have that spirit within us. And until we accept Christ, the spirit doesn't fully blossom. We don't get to blossom that spirit. We don't get to come into that spirit. Like we don't get to grow in the spirit. And so I turned my ringer on. At 3:45, my mother calls my phone twice. 3 times. I didn't know it was her. I thought it was somebody else. I pick up and I'm like out of it. She says, "Where is your father?" See, he's got a pickup truck and it's quite big. You all know this. I've driven it. I wrecked it. And so I come awake and she said, "I called him 10 times and he did not pick up the phone." When she said that, people, my feet hit the floor and I had to sit there for a minute because we all know I'm a little off right now because the whole left side of my face is like not even okay. And so I had to sit on the edge of the bed for a second and I just sit there and then feet hit the floor and I'm out of my bedroom. He's not in the living room. I walked down the hall. He didn't let the cats out of the garage after they mowed the yard, and it was 2.5 hours after he told me he would. It was 80 degrees yesterday. My cats had been in the garage for 2 hours. So I knew something was wrong. Like, I got sick and I walk into his bedroom. I kid you not, his door was shut. And when I walked in, I thought he was dead. He was laying across the bed. White as this piece of paper. I mean, he was white. In his boxer shorts. No clothes to be seen. I mean, he wasn't naked, you know. And I said, "What are you doing?" Like, I was just gasping for words. I said, "What are you doing?" And he was not coherent. He was not coherent at all. And I looked, I'm on the phone with Mom trying to figure out what's going on. And she said, "What's wrong?" I said, "He's laying on the bed staring at the ceiling. And I don't know how long he's been laying here." Of course, you know, you get the guilt of, I should have been up. I should have been here. I should have been, you know. And so anyway, couldn't find his car keys. And I'm looking all over for his car keys. Come to find out, he had drove home from dropping Mom off at work, left his keys in the truck, his phone in the truck, his glasses in the truck. He didn't remember driving home. Didn't remember coming in the house. Okay. So I said, "Where are your clothes?" He said, "Well, I was changing clothes." And then I started to get really concerned because he wasn't acting normal. And some of you, and Zara, you know, and I'm gonna ask you to not say anything because I don't want to say anything here because this goes to a lot of places and I don't want to say anything. But I was concerned. My mom was concerned, you know. And he didn't have his oxygen on. And I said, "Daddy, you are wheezing so bad." I said, "Can you sit up?" And when he sat up, he looked like a dead man. I can't even tell you how bad he looked. And so I said, "I've got to go. I've got to find your car keys." I said, I've got to go get Mom. Like, I had to hang up on Mom to go get the keys. So I'm freaking out, you know, because thank goodness he's alive. But now I've got to figure out what's going on. So I had to go pick her up. So I go pick her up. I run into a guy I went to high school with. We went to the dollar store because we were getting the boys last night. And I ran into a high school classmate. And we were sitting there talking. And he said he actually had thought about me because he had went to Guntersville. And I said, "Shut up." I said, "We just come back from Guntersville." He said, "No way." He said, "There's a hotel there on the lake." I said, "Uh-huh." And I said, "We stayed, Daddy." I said, "Daddy and Mama stayed right there at the, get off the elevators on the bottom floor, and their hotel room's right there on the right, first door." He said, "We stay on the very end, right there on the lake." I said, "Yep, same hotel." Because there's only one hotel right there on the lake where you can be on the dock. And it was such a heartwarming thing, you know. And then we come home. Daddy's just not connecting the dots. And what got me is when I went and got in his truck, The seat was pushed up, and I went to go visit my girlfriend Friday night because it was her birthday. He couldn't get out of the truck. There's no way he could have got out of the truck with his leg like it is, with the seat pushed up. There's just no way. So I told my mom, I said, Mama, there's something's going on because there's no way he could have got out of the truck. He left everything in the truck. I said, he's acting so weird. I said, I'm afraid he's had a stroke or something worse. And so we get home. She comes in the house. She starts talking to him. He's not, I want to say he was like drunker than a bicycle. And when I say that, he was so confused, and he wasn't drunk. He was so confused that it was like talking to somebody that had either hit their head, and he hadn't fallen, because he'd have still been in the floor if he'd fell. He was just weak, and he was so confused. It was like somebody that had dementia or sundowners, and it was like that. It just happened overnight. And so we begged him to go to the hospital. Well, no, he refused because the boys were coming. Well, the boys get here, and I was trying to pay bills. So I'm sitting here, having my door shut. Now, we all know that I just got my leg fixed last year, and you know, fat girl don't run. Fat girl don't run. I've not ran. No, Mama. I just haven't ran since high school. Like, I have not ran since high school. And so I'm sitting here paying bills. All of a sudden, Mama screams, Tina, he's passing out. Tina, oh my gosh, Tina. I'm thinking he's standing up. I stand up and I start to run out of my bedroom, and I realize I cannot run. So I'm tripping over myself, and I get out the door, and he's literally leaned over in the chair, his head tilted back, and he's passed out in the chair. So I've got my phone dialing 911, and we get the ambulance here at 9:45 last night. So set the scene. I've had maybe 6 hours. No, not even, was it 6 hours sleep? Who gets to go to the ER with him? So, Mom had to stay here with the boys. I go to the ER. Apparently, he's got pneumonia. And because of his congestive heart failure, his heart enzymes, she told me what it was, but you know, with my brain like it is right now, I can't tell you what the word is. One of his enzyme levels was high. It's not like enormously high, but it was too high. Or it was climbing. They had to do another test, but the doctor met him in the room. Like, when he come off the ambulance, they were all in the room with him. He was so confused, so out of it. They were really worried. His oxygen level was 86 or 85 when he got to the hospital. And they were worried he was having a heart attack. And so they drew his blood. They drew his blood in the ambulance. They drew his blood at the hospital. Turns out his congestive heart failure and the probable pneumonia is what's killing him. So my dad is not doing real well. I mean, we knew that the congestive heart failure is a death sentence. I mean, it's not, you don't get better from CHF. That is a sentence of, and we're all going to die eventually. And he said that to me today. He said, we're all dying. Ain't none of us all going to live. I didn't want him to say that in front of me and him sitting there in the ER. Because he was mad and he wanted to come home. But the thing is, I wanted him to get treated because we can extend his life, you know, somewhat. But here's the kicker. he didn't want to stay. And Mom finally put her foot down and said, no, you need to stay because we need to get this under control so that you can get better, because he was going to get knee surgery. Maybe, if his heart's okay and everything's okay. Well, so they decide to keep him. He decides to get admitted. Well, he didn't have his phone charger and didn't have any extra clothes, to come home in. And so I told Mom, I said, since it's going to be late this evening and I need to try to go to bed at a decent hour since I have to take her shopping, I'll just get dressed and go on up there. Well, this was about lunchtime. And now I'm not driving my car. I'm driving my dad's truck. And you guys have seen my dad's truck. It's a nice looking truck. Just shiny red truck. And it looks like a fairly new truck. I mean, my dad takes really good care of his truck. He's very proud of his vehicle. All that to say that when I pulled up, there were no other vehicles beside me. So it didn't block the view of the truck. And I get out of said truck. And I saw a vehicle parked in front of the hospital. And something hit me. And I got this feeling on the inside of my body that said, you best get ready, girl. Like, I heard this voice that said, strap your loins in, girl. You are ready. You're ready for this. And when I tell y'all what happened to me today was monumental. And I mean no bones about this. And I know you guys think that I'm over dramatic and I'm melodramatic. But what happened to me today was so monumental to me. It was as if somebody took 500 pounds off my shoulders. I walked across the parking lot and there was somebody standing at the side of the truck, and something kept telling me, because I had a mask on, but I didn't have it on my whole face. And I had my hair pulled back. So, I had this on and I just kind of walked up. I look over. It's my ex-husband and his wife. And I said hi to him. I did, but I had the mask on so he didn't see it. And I walked into the hospital. And do you know what, guys? And this is no lie. And this is not. God took 500 pounds off my shoulders. At that moment, he absolved me of everything. And when I say that, I don't think y'all understand what this means. I had been carrying a marriage for 17 years. And it's not about carrying the love for somebody that didn't love me back. I didn't carry that love. But I carried unanswered questions. I carried hurt and embarrassment and fear and rejection and ex-relationships and, like things I've done in the past to people and things I've done. And I am sorry to all of you. If I have offended you, I am terribly sorry. But today, God absolved me of my 17 years of that marriage and that hurt and that pain. And when I walked through that doors of that hospital, I wanted to shout hallelujah as loud as I could. Because God told me that moment, you're free. You're free. You broke that the minute you looked him in the face, because his eyes got that big. I kid you not. Because I am not dead. I am not down. I am not tied up. I am not laying in a grave. I am okay. I'm better than okay. I'm the child of the Most High. And I got this. And I just could not see that until today. It was like God, and Caleb, is I think I can't remember what his username is, but brother Caleb, I call him Caleb. He's like my spiritual advisor a lot of the times, and his bishop said sometimes God puts things in your life, and it's kind of like, hello, this is a sign for you to say, okay, that's enough. Like God's saying, this is your sign. Hello, this is your sign. I'm speaking to you. This is it, girl or boy or whatever. This was God's way of saying, girl, listen, you've got this. Because Mom and I just had a conversation yesterday. And I was holding on to so much stuff. I'm not holding on to that no more, guys. No more. Do you see this? No resentment, no pain, no hurt. For the guys that I talk to online, not now, because I'm not talking to any men online now. I'm sorry. I will no longer be talking to anybody online, men-wise, because I don't need anybody men-wise in that capacity right now, because I have something I need to do, and it's greater than me, and it's I've got things I need to take care of, and it's got a lot to do with improving my health. My health has got to come first right now. And that's one thing God showed me, because Mom and I had talked about it, and Dad getting sick and heart problems running our family, and my cholesterol is really bad. For my sister not to have cholesterol issues, my mom doesn't have cholesterol issues, and my dad's cholesterol is not bad. Mine is. And the rest of us are, what you would consider obese. And so it was like God's knocking on my shoulder saying, okay, girl, listen, we were talking about this yesterday. Your health has got to be put first. Got to put your health first. Well, God comes first. Family, which y'all are family. If you watch me and you love me, you're family. And I don't mean like my blood family's one family and you're a family. We're all family. And when I say that, and I think you guys think I'm joking, Jolene's family, Caleb's family, Vince's family, anybody else that subscribed to me on Periscope that come over here to follow me here was family, is family, will always be family. I love you. You are my family. John's family, Blaine's family, Gemma's family. I mean, there's so many people that's family. And I don't want to leave anybody out. I don't want to leave anybody out. Don't want you to think Alexis's family. I could go down the list. I don't have a list in front of me, but what I'm trying to say is God showed me that He has absolved me from the pain and the hurt that I have held in my heart for so long of things that I had no control over. Had no control over. And He's like, girl, listen, we're going to do this. We got this. You got this. You done walked away from that right now. So now we're going to work on this. We're going to work on this heart. We're going to get this heart healthy. And then we're gonna work on anything else we need to work on. But right now, I'm going to take care of our family. Our families. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not leaving. But I do want to apologize to the people that I talk to online. I said things about my ex-boyfriends. Edwin, Dave. There's one I didn't mention. I did not mention his name. He is someone that I cared a great deal about. And I'm not gonna mention his name here because it's not okay. There's a reason I'm not gonna mention his name, because it's not important. But what I want to say to all of them is that you are part of my past. Whatever happened in the past, I apologize. It was time in the past. I was not in a good place, and it's over, and I'm sorry if I caused you undue stress or I caused you undue problems. I was going through stuff that I couldn't deal with, and nobody prepared me for what I was going to deal with after what happened to me, and going through losing a lot of weight, and then not knowing how to deal with stuff. And sometimes I say things I don't mean to say. And I think people think I say things on purpose just to hurt people intentionally. And I don't. I really don't, guys. And that's the honest truth. And if you think I'm lying about that, then you can look at my face and tell that I would never. And I know there's people out there. I know there's people out there right now calling me a liar. I'm not intentionally sitting here to say I'm going to hurt anybody intentionally. I would never intentionally hurt somebody just to say, oh, I hurt you just to hurt you. Because I've been through enough hurt the last year to last me a lifetime, to know that I wouldn't want people to do me that way. It had nothing to do with a relationship or anything like that. It was just not knowing that I could not trust my brain. When you can't trust what's going on in your head, it's really sad. And so when I felt this way today, it was just like God took it all off my shoulders, and it was like, okay, we're going to start all over. So I'm saying to you all, I'm really sorry if I have hurt anybody, if I have offended anybody, if you guys have felt like I just totally ripped you to shreds. I am sorry you felt that way. But I didn't intentionally do anything to you. And if you thought I did, then why didn't you come to me directly and say something? Instead of thinking that. And to the one person that may never see this video, yeah, I just went live. I was going to do a video real quick. The one person that stopped speaking to me 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure why. It's okay, because I had to take somebody out of my life because it dealt too much pain in my life. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't just walk away, because I didn't understand. So I wish you all the best in your life, and I wish you nothing but the most happiness in the whole wide world. You may never see this video, and I hope you never do. But if you do, I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope you get everything in life that you hope for. I really do. I really, really do. Because you deserve it. You deserve every ounce of it. But as of today, you will never hear from me again. And that's a promise. Because I'm done. I'm done bending over backwards for people that don't care about me. And for people that are not good for me. And God showed me that today. He proved the point today, as Brother Caleb's bishop would say. The proof was in the pudding today. He put the message right in front of me, and he gave me the blessing that I needed to share this with you all today. And I just wanted you all to know that I promise you, if you hurt If I've hurt you, you need to tell me. If you don't want to tell me in the comments, email me. I'll put my email address at the end of this video in the comment section on haps.tv /the @Queen Tina. And you guys can get my email address. It's xqueentinax@yahoo.com. If you want to email me and give me your grievance. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to hash it out with you. You can send me your grievance, but as of today, I'm apologizing, but I'm not going to go backward. I'm apologizing, but God has released me of all the negativity, all the pain, all the hurt, because He released me today. He said, no, we're done. This is it. This is your breaking point. We did it today. We're moving forward. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to share that because God is changing things in so many ways and in so many lives. And I need y'all to know that. I need y'all to know that there is a God. There is a God out there that is answering prayers, that is moving things around in people's lives. And you don't have to believe what I believe. And that's the honest truth. I don't expect you to. I expect you to do your own research. What does it hurt? If you don't believe in God, fine. That's okay. You don't have to. Don't expect you to. But I just wanted to share my story, my happiness, because let me tell you something. I was wanting to shout and dance and sing, and I'm not one of those people. And you can ask Caleb. When I first met him, I was not a shouter. And y'all know that. I never shouted to God. But when I started talking to Caleb and when I started feeling the Spirit of God, it started moving me in a way that I have never felt God before. And it is not something I'm ever going to move away from. Because now I know God like I've never known Him before. So how could I go back? How could I ever go back? And I want to move forward. And if you guys want to move forward with me, then please, please, please watch the videos if you want to. You don't have to. I'm not telling anybody to watch the videos. I don't expect people to watch these videos. I really don't. But I love you. I love every one of you. And I love the ones that I've hurt. And I don't want to intentionally hurt people. Like I said, I have a brain injury. And sometimes my mouth runs off before I understand what I'm saying. And that now, before I hit my head, I have no excuse. And that's the honest truth. But here lately, if I've hurt anybody's feelings or if I've said something wrong, please send me an email and just let me know, because I'm not going to argue with anybody. It's not going to be tit for tat. I'm not going to sit and argue about what I said, what you said, or anything like that. But if you want to get it off your chest, email me. Because I believe you have every right to say, look, you said something that hurt my feelings. That's the only way we can heal, guys. And God healed my heart so much today. And I just wanted to share that with you all. And I hope you guys would want to hear that, because whether you all knew it or not, deep down inside, I felt a lot of guilt and hurt over what happened to me a long time ago. And to be absolved from that, and I didn't even know what happened. That's the thing. And now to not feel that is just amazing. Guys, I guess I kind of feel like the woman at the well when she met Christ and He said, get up and leave what you're doing and go on, don't go back to the man that you're not married to, and go on your way and sin no more. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to work real hard. And I'm not going to tell you I'm perfect, because y'all know this busted girl is not perfect. I'm going to do my best to be somebody that you can be happy that you're friends with or that you're family with. I hope y'all can say that. I do. So I really appreciate you guys. I love you all. And when I say that, I don't just say that. I'm not just using platitudes. You are my family too, Caleb. Every ounce, you are my brother. Not just my brother in Christ, but I love you. I don't care if your mama gave birth to you. My mama's your mama. My mama's your mama. Yeah, that's what Mom says. She says, I love everybody. Well, we got a room ready, don't we? She don't like some people, though, she said. She said just how they act. She loves them, but she don't like how they act. And that makes a big lot of sense. Because sometimes she loves me, but she don't like how I act. I tell her she's my favorite mama. She said, I'm your only mama. But no, guys, listen, when I say I love you all, it's not platitudes. It's not just me saying I love you just to hear it come out of my mouth. At a time in my life when I didn't use the word love very much at all, like I wouldn't tell people I loved them at all. Never. You would never hear me say, like I would tell my mother I loved her. But you would never hear me tell a guy I loved him or a girl I loved her. Like I would never tell my friends I loved them. Ever. But I've grown up and I realized that we live in a real world where there is no tomorrow guaranteed, guys. If the pandemic's taught us anything, there's no guarantees on tomorrow. I could drop dead of a heart attack in 5 seconds. Let's hope not. I'm not speaking that into truth, Father. I'm not claiming that. In the name of the Lord, I'm not claiming that. But what I'm saying is, anything could happen. And if nobody else has told you they love you today, I've told you I love you today. Doesn't that count for something? I'm not saying you have to love me back, but I love you. And I can guarantee you, if I saw you in person, I'd give you a big old hug and I'd tell you I loved you. And I'd mean it. So, I just wanted you guys to hear my story. Oh, did I mention that his wife was standing at the truck when I spoke to him? Did I mention that part? I forgot that. I think that's why the finality of it all coming together and that God showed me that they're just human. We're all just flesh and blood, guys. That's the thing. I think I was like sitting around waiting for something, like waiting for the other shoe to fall all the time. There's no reason to do that, guys. Go out and live your life. Go out and live your life. If you're so afraid of leaving the house, get a good therapist and try to leave your home. Please, for the love of Pete, try to leave your home, because there is a life out there. There is a world out there, and it's beautiful in its own way. There are some bad places in the world, but there are some beautiful places in the world, safe places in the world that you can go. It's a safe place. Haps.tv/@Queen Tina. Yep. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys today. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in the future. Like I'm excited to see what my future holds. I'm excited to see what path I take, like where my path leads, like what my next road's going to be. I don't know where the road's going to go. So I just hope that I have the strength and the ability to handle whatever comes forward. And, I just wanted to share this with y'all today. And if y'all need me, you can message me and I will do my best to get to you all. And, that's all I'm going to say, because I am so tired right now. I am going to go to bed soon and get some sleep, hopefully. And please pray for my dad if you don't mind. Just, say some good prayer if you want to, or send some vibes his way, or whatever you do in your way. I'd appreciate it. They're giving him antibiotics. They are treating him for the pneumonia, and they're saying that hopefully if they can get the pneumonia treated, that his heart should be less taxed and that it shouldn't do way too much damage to his heart. So we're praying that it will not hurt his heart too badly and that he can come home and just resume his regular life. But, it's just one step at a time. One step at a time, guys. But I want to thank you guys for stopping by to see what was going on. I love you guys so much. Again, I know it's not platitudes. This is not platitudes, and this is not a he said, she said type thing. I really am. I can finally take a breath and feel like there's possibilities. I can. So remember to smile at somebody. You never know if that smile might change somebody's entire day. And I love you guys. Share the love I share with you with someone else. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. Mwah! Bye, guys.